Good afternoon, happy Easter. This is Wendell, Papa Bear, and this is the Radiance Radical Healing podcast coming to you live from the Adventist Rideout Medical Health Center here in downtown Marysville, California. And as discussed in the previous podcast, we were going to be working on some specifics using these three principles. 1, words matter. 2, we are what we eat. And 3, amen. What about your PSA score? You know what it is? Do you know what a PSA score is? Well, I'm going to help you to get that done, as we go along. I might use, I don't know, some props, but I don't want to gross you out. So, but I want to encourage you, unless you want to meet this fella, and that's a small one, by the way. I had to throw him back. You're going to want to know what your PSA score is. And what this is about is cancer. And where does it come from? How do we create it? How do we get rid of it? And how, in fact, it's the body's way of saying, hey, wake up. And so, in a nutshell, that's what's happened to me. About a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with an aggressive stage 4 prostate cancer, and all the lymph nodes were aglow, etc., etc. And I did 6 weeks of radiation at the University of California, San Francisco, and then it got most of the lymph nodes, the radiation did. However, it remained in the prostate, and so we started this new procedure. It's a brachytherapy, which is, gentlemen, it's approximately, I don't know, but a whole bunch of needles put into your prostate that then deposited radioactive material of some sort. And then, but what it brought about was a medical crisis for me, not of the cancer, but of the Foley catheter. Okay, and this is my new buddy Foley, right here, thanks to Gina and Warren. I love you. And I have now been in this hospital for 7 days because of the complications with the Foley catheter, which I will tell you helped me see God and Satan and everything in between. And so I don't want to spend much time on that, but that's where I'm at and what Radiance is about. And I came to that by when I started having the radiation therapy. I realized that I had this opportunity, an opportunity to share with others this situation, and it could be, Parkinson's, tuberculosis, whatever. It's all pretty much the same thing as far as how we create it and how we cure it. So we're going to do a 30-day run. I'm going to do a podcast every day, and specifically focusing on words matter, we are what we eat, and bang the drum of the PSA, and anything additional in between. I'm going to be kind of rushed today because I don't know what's happening next, who's going to roll in with what kind of machine. And so, but I wanted to get this out, and what better day than Easter Sunday, huh? And so, here we are with pain, okay? And yesterday was, I had mind-bending pain, okay? I mean mind-bending. And I've had it for 19 days now. And it's the real pain, the kind that takes over everything. Bleeding, pressure, and there's no escape. But the thing that we're dealing with today is the principle of don't ruin a good today by focusing on a bad yesterday. Well, yesterday was bad, and but I'm not going to focus on that today because It's not perfect, but it's better. And that's where I catch myself. This is, as many know, like the rear view mirror syndrome. My mind wants to go back to yesterday to replay it, almost like I have to justify it, you know. And but I don't. And I go with never ruin a good day by thinking of a bad yesterday. Today is relief, and that's enough. And what we eat matters too. Right now, my body doesn't need stress, it needs support, and it needs to feel safe. Think about that sometimes. Does your body feel safe? You know, mine didn't. And so I'm changing that. It needs support, it needs real food, real hydration, and you need to stay calm. And if you, for the men listening, it's get your PSA checked on, or you're going to have moments like this. Okay, better is still good. And what I want to run down with you now, quickly, is look at this. I'm coloring now. Thank you, Stephanie. Here's the thing. Through this year and a half, I had this revelation that I was loved. Was that crazy? I mean, but yeah, spent a lot of my life with I'm not lovable and not worthy. And you know what? People didn't give up on me. My kids didn't give up on me. You know, pardon me. It has so overwhelmed me, like the flowers, like this happy Easter bag from Stephanie and Bill, who have, you know, they come in and they bring me flowers. Stephanie sneaks in my maple bar. Hey, you know, my friend Dean, who found out that I like flowers, but he didn't know where to find flowers, he gets me this wonderful mug. You know, takes time. I mean, people are taking the time to come see me in the hospital, see? And here's the thing, I was a jerk that way. I didn't go see people in the hospital. No. But these people, you know, all these loving friends of mine, and one day I had to accept the fact that I was loved. I mean loved. And I just, man, I'm blessed. Yeah, and so that's the principle behind Radiance Radical Healing is I want to give back, you know, and we hear these words all the time. We hear things like, oh, cancer saved my life. Well, it did. It really did. You know, it snapped my noodle. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, sometimes that's what it takes. And then, like everything, though, it taught me that we really have a choice. We do have a choice, and we have it just like that. And just like that, I decided that I was going to care about others more than I care about myself in this moment. Doesn't mean, plus that means I have to love myself to love you. And trust me, I love you. It'd be endless, the names. And I'm building up a whole catalog of faces, these beautiful faces that pass in and out of my life. These angels in here at the hospital that are killing themselves to make me feel better, etc. So we're going to do a 30-day run here. There's going to be some challenges in here. One of them is on the PSA, gentlemen, if you send me a copy of your lab results showing that you went and got your PSA score, I'll send you a surprise. Okay? That's how much I want you to do this. But you're going to have to prove it to me, baby. So but also we're going to concentrate on the dynamics of words. And I'm telling you that words literally can create cancer, and they can cure cancer. It just depends on how you want to handle it. And then food, we're going to spend a little time on that, and it's not going to be something anybody really is going to be excited to hear, because here's the thing, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but you are what you eat. You are what you eat. And I killed my beagle, my little beagle, my little road warrior Titan, because I was feeding him hot dogs and they're full of nitrates. Killed him. Cancer. Okay? And then we have the super processed foods now. They will kill you. Okay? Sorry. And I'm not trying to bang some particular health message or anything, but I can tell you from my own experience what works and doesn't work, and together we'll learn. And I'm asking for your input, your support for this podcast, and for you to respond to me with questions, respond to me with your insights. If you want to respond to me with trash, that's okay, but you won't hear back because I don't have time for that. Because this is all I got right now today, and that's all you have right now is today. And so I encourage you to work with me on this. I'll try and keep them brief. I know that brings a laughter to many of my friends, but we will talk specifically about some tight subjects one day and then move on to the next day. And so in here we have, like right now today, what I would like you to do is we're going to work on 5 things real fast, and it's water. The body is water, okay? And so I'm challenging you to drink a quart, that's all, a quart, like maybe this thing, okay? And Coca-Cola doesn't count. Sorry, buddy. Dr. Pepper doesn't count. And so it's water, okay? You got to fix your life, and you got to hydrate your cells. And number 2, we're going to move a little, okay? And I'm going to do this right here with you. I'm going to be doing laps here at the hospital. We're going to walk the block for 5 to 10 minutes. That's all. 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not talking about steps either. That doesn't count. I mean, it counts. It does count, but not towards a sustained walk. A sustained walk is what really makes difference in your life. And the more you walk, the healthier you'll become. In fact, then you start losing weight, etc. Mental acuity goes up. 5 to 10 minutes, that's it. We're not training for the Olympics. We're reminding the body is alive. Okay, breathe on purpose. Okay, this is simple. You can do this anywhere. And I'm telling you, it's magical. I cannot get over how easy this is. My daughter even has it tattooed on her arm to remind her to take a breath, because she's like her dad, who gets wound up kind of tight and is just taking these little breaths, right? No, you're going to do 3 minutes of slow breathing, 3 minutes. Okay, that's out of 24 hours. I think that can be accomplished. Now, how you do it is you inhale for 4 seconds, down to the belly, hold it for 4, release for 6, and release it like this. Okay. I can't wait to get my teeth. Sorry, guys. Nothing like a good cancerous tooth. Anyway, okay. So you do that. Just do that 3 times, okay? Inhale for 4 seconds. And I'm talking pull the air from your belly, okay? You hold for 4, exhale for 6. Any of you who ever saw The Green Mile, that's what I'm picturing, is when he released what he had withdrawn from the lady in the movie, okay? And it looked like a bunch of angry bees. That's what I see, and I see cancer booming out of my body, really, okay? And you can, or like bad emotions, or unhealthy thoughts, whatever you need to do. But if you use that 6 seconds to blow it out, like you're angry, you're happy, you're whatever, like a guttural sound, people think you're nuts, but do it. It's so simple. So far we've got 5-10 minutes walking around the block. We have 3 minutes of breathing and a quart of water. Not a big deal in a 24-hour cycle, okay? And so then we're gonna add something to our diet. I'm not gonna tell you to stop sugar or something, even though sugar is the #1 feeder of prostate cancer. Just add one thing that has come from the earth, Okay, just one thing: an apple, some dandelion greens, a carrot, whatever. Okay, just one thing today before tomorrow. All right, and then finally take a sit with no phone and just sit there and be quiet. It's a good place. That's where you can do your breathing. Just sit for a couple of minutes without any cell phones, without any television, without any books, without anything, and just spend a moment with you. Okay? Spend a moment with you. And so then, PSA, guys, I've already laid that out, and I will be coming at you every day about that. And so that's it. That's it for today. I'm really excited that we got through it. It's radianceradicalhealing.com, and thank you.